Let me tell you a story. It starts in a pastel-washed cafe tucked between a yoga studio and a boutique that sells crystals and candles with names like Abundance and Inner Glow. I was sipping on a $9 oat milk latte. Yes, $9. Scrolling through an app that showed my savings account looking like a ghost town. Empty, echoey, lonely. But still, there I sat, sipping bougie foam, telling myself, I deserve this. And maybe I did. But let me rewind, slide into the past, childhood edition. When I was a kid, money was something grown-ups whispered about. My parents never argued in front of us, except when it came to money. I remember pretending to sleep while their voices cracked through the bedroom walls. "We can't afford that," my dad would say. "We need to look normal in front of the neighbors," my mom would whisper sharply. The message stuck. Money was stressful, secretive, and always about what we didn't have. So I grew up swearing that I'd never be like that I'd have enough money to be peaceful, free. But no one tells you how that dream gets hijacked. Enter my 20s, the era of aesthetic debt. I moved out, got my first job, and suddenly money was mine to control. Except I didn't control it. I dressed it up in linen jumpsuits and avocado brunches. I blew it on skincare routines endorsed by glowing people on YouTube. I convinced myself that therapy, scented candles, and planners with gold foil covers would manifest abundance. Spoiler, they didn't. Want to know what did manifest? A credit card statement, so long it could be used as a scarf. And yet, I kept sipping lattes and whispering, I deserve this. Meet the debt monster. The debt monster isn't real, of course. But if it were, mine would have been wearing Lululemon and holding a wellness smoothie. Every time I'd open my bank app, it would pop out, pointing at line items like $128, self-care kit, $59, new moon manifestation webinar, $42, candle that smells like a forest. In Tuscany? It laughed at me. I laughed back. We were toxic. Then came the breaking point. It was a random Tuesday. I was down to $18.24 in my checking account. Rent was due in 4 days. My side hustle money hadn't come in. I cried on the bathroom floor, snot-nosed and silent so my roommate wouldn't hear. That night, I wrote future me a letter. I promised her 3 things. I will stop pretending I can manifest my way out of poor money habits. I will get brutally honest about what I actually want. I will create a money system that feels like freedom, not punishment. I folded it, put it in my planner, and for the first time, I didn't buy a new one. The Great Shift, romanticizing responsibility. You know how influencers romanticize their morning routines? I decided to romanticize budgeting. I gave it a playlist, lofi beats, and rain sounds. I bought highlighters in dreamy colors and gave each spending category a name. Joy jars for fun, spending peace pocket, for emergency fund, freedom fund, for a savings. I made spreadsheets that looked like scrapbooks, tracked every dollar like it was a character in my story. I even started talking to my money. Hey bestie, I'd say, looking at my bank app. Thanks for sticking around. Weird? Yes. Helpful? Also, yes. Rewriting the latte lie. It wasn't about the latte. Never was. It was about the way I used little luxuries to plug emotional holes. When I dug deeper, I found the fears underneath. I feared looking cheap. I feared missing out. I feared not being lovable if I didn't keep up. But real love, real safety, that came when I realized I could say no. No to lifestyle creep. No to performative abundance. No to impressing strangers who wouldn't notice my financial scars. And yes to quiet nights where I cooked with what I had. Clothes I wore more than once. Investing in learning, not just spending. Cue the glow up. 1 year later, I paid off $12,000 in debt. I built a $6,000 emergency fund. I still get lattes, but maybe once a week now. And only when I've already hit my savings goal for the month. I automated my investments. And I created a treat yourself fund that lets me say yes without guilt. The debt monster? She's in rehab now, doing well. If you're still in that cafe, if you're watching this with a $9 latte in your hand and a pit in your stomach, don't panic. You're not broken. You're not behind. You're not bad at money. You're just human. And no one ever taught us how to feel about money, only how to fear it or flaunt it. But guess what? You can learn. You can change. You can build something that feels like safety, not just survival. You don't have to give up all the things you love. You just need to give your future self a seat at the table. She's smart, she's kind, and she really appreciates it when you set up that automatic transfer. So, make the budget, romanticize the spreadsheet, say no to that third takeaway meal this week, and sip your latte proudly, because now it fits in your plan. That's wealth, not vibes, not flex, not panic, just peace. The end, but also the beginning. Because when you change your money story, you change your life. And yes, my current latte budget is $36 a month. That's 4 lattes. I savor every one. If this story made you laugh, cry, or finally open your budget app, share it. Let's break the money shame cycle together. Comment, I deserve peace, not panic. If you're ready to rewrite your money story, save this to rewatch when you're tempted to impulse buy another candle. Subscribe for more stories that make your wallet and heart feel full. And hey, if today's episode gave your mindset a little upgrade, don't forget to tap that subscribe button so you don't miss tomorrow's dose of magic. Yeah, and maybe set a reminder or just binge the next one right now. Yay! It's right there on the screen. Go on, click it. Your future self says thanks.